Alright, you guys, welcome back to some more Ley-Line. I did say I wasn't going to make you wait long for this. I know you probably hated me for ending where I did, but I think it was important that we did. So we're going to go ahead and continue on here. They're asleep. Mibu Tsubaki and Murakumo Kasumi are sleeping soundly and peacefully, oblivious to everything. Is she saying just in general or just right now? That German's perfume works really well. Yeah, I like how they just stole that, and then now they're using it. This freaking bitch. I can't believe... I can't believe she ends up being, like, kind of the villain. A little bit. I mean, it's hard to call her a villain, because it's like, not really. I mean, does she really understand what she's doing? Maybe not. My body gets tired when I use a lot of mana because it's a power I received. Okay, so we did get confirmation that she's kind of resting at the moment. My body isn't back to normal yet. I'll close my eyes again and stay still. I gotta say, though, this was a pretty good twist. I never expected Hina. Never, never, never. Like, especially, like, a side character? Like, really? If I do so, I'll be able to use the power received from blank again. I received it from someone. Yeah, that's really interesting that says she's gone crazy. She doesn't even, like, remember her origins, you know? Like, it seems like she's just kind of forgotten that. I remember that much, but please save them. I hear someone's voice. It's familiar. I know this voice. Oh shit, we're actually getting to see this. That's nice. I didn't think we get to see, like, kind of what was going on this soon. Okay, so she used to look a lot different. Her hair was a lot longer, that's for sure. I'm just gonna go ahead and show you guys this real quick, just because I think it's kind of important. Give you my mother's power. Okay, I'm glad they're also visually showing this to me. I think the problem is, when they were explaining this, and it was just kind of jumping around, and they were, like, having multiple mentions of mother, I didn't know who was talking to who, so that was kind of a bit confusing. I'm more of a visual learner. Like, I want to see who is actually, you know, where, right?
ラズリットが時間を止めた空間に送った生徒たちをどうか助けて。助ける。私が？ええ、そうよ。お願い。もうあなたしかいないの。
You would think, like, a Maggie of Calamity and a Time Wizard, you know, could essentially get out of this situation. I'm really surprised they're the two who died.
お母様は？お母様はどうなるの？
Like, the most two OP people.
私はもう行かなきゃならないの。だからセディ、お願い。お母様の最後のお願いを聞いて。お願いなの？命令よ、セディ。わかりました、お母様。ありがとう。ごめんなさい。
That's where it went wrong. It was such, like, a strong order that was very misconstrued. It was taken to extremes.
お母様、お母様、どうしてそんな悲しそうなお顔するの？
Jeez, I wonder why. She's dying.
いいよ、命令聞くよ。だってセディはお母様に作っていただいたんだもの。だからね。お母様、ねえ、お母様お返事して。悲しい顔しないで。お母様、起きて。お母様、一人にしないで。お母様、お母様、お母様。
Who was that again? I think like that's the most saddest part right there, that she doesn't even remember. Because I feel like she kind of got instilled in her that she kind of has like a personality a little bit, right? Like you can tell that it's pretty artificial, I guess. But it's kind of sad that she doesn't even remember her mother that she loves so much. Remember that it was an order, but other than that... Whenever I try to recall the memory, my head screams out to me in my own voice telling me to stop. And then my chest aches. That's why I can't remember. But it was an order. Oh, I'm sorry, I just read her line. I have to abide by it, no matter what. Very soon I will complete it. I will be able to fulfill my promise with Link. The order. Oh shit, did she just grew her hair back? Oh yeah. She looks a lot like that other chick, that other night student. You know what I'm talking about? It's I can't remember her name. Did it start with a K? And tie my hair, it makes a noise as it descends. I didn't realize her hair was that long. Like I knew it was tied up, but like, dang, you were hiding a lot. Remove my glasses as well. I don't remember too well, but I think I used to look like this. My hair wasn't tied up when I was with that person, the one who gave me that order. I can't remember who they are, though. Well, okay then. Mother. So she's trying to revive her? Is that kind of what I'm getting at? Or what she's getting at? Do the next episode, Ley-Line. See, I could have gone to this point right here, but I think it was better that I'm starting the episode with this, because I think this gives us a good introduction to what we're about to get into. Okay. Familiar chatter. I gaze absently at the classroom, sitting at the desk that Fuhito, now the principal, prepared for me. It feels familiar, but what about it is so familiar? I've completely forgotten, but the lively chatter and laughter of my classmates is pleasant to my ears. I think that's the sad thing, is that she ended up probably having another positive experience, being able to try to go to school again, try to have, friends and be normal, right? Everyday conversations. They don't know that they come here from a room where time has been frozen 20 years in the past. They also don't question the fact that it's night outside. And of course, they have no idea that they're in someone else's body. She's Iba Kumiko, if I remember correctly. A student in this class. She offers me a piece of candy. I accept it and she gives a friendly smile. Because if you think about it, I mean, they had some positive experiences together. I think the last one I remember was really like the dream that we all had. And, Eva was just eating all she could. And Hina was there. I think Hina was enjoying herself. I don't know what necessarily her capacity is to like enjoy things, but I do think she kind of enjoyed being around them. I think that's going to be kind of the key to like kind of convincing her that this plan is like just so wrong. That this is the bad way about, about going about it. I think that's what's going to end up happening. Because it's like, yeah, you enjoyed your time with them, but it was... I mean, she is acknowledging it herself right now that they have no idea that they're in someone else's body. Like, she's acknowledging the fact that this is maybe a little bit weird to me. And so I think that's going to be kind of her downfall here, when presumably we're going to try to convince her to not do this plan. Nice to meet you. What's your name? Oh, that's cute. Chan, do you have your textbooks yet? Do you want to borrow mine? What are you doing for lunch? Did you bring one? Let's eat together. I suddenly recall a conversation I heard in the distant past. That was...
七番さん？七番、下の名前なんだっけ？
Oh, so are they implying that they were kind of friends before? Interesting.
ひな。七番ひな。
Is there a term for, like, friends that are, like, friends across universes? You know how they have, like, star-crossed lovers and things like that? Is there one for, like, friends, you know?
ひなか。かわいい名前だね。
Or, what would I use star-crossed lovers? I guess, like, soulmates. Is there, like, a soulmate for a friend? Is there a term for that?
ねえひな、よかったらお昼一緒に行かない？
The cat's behind me, like, going crazy. Ever since that day, Iba, Kumiko, and I have been friends. In spite of my, reticence, she always invites me. She asks to share textbooks when she forgets hers. She eats lunch with me.
ひなは黙ってても私の話ちゃんと聞いててくれるしさ。
Damn, why are they giving us all these CGs all of a sudden? We've had 3 CGs at the start of this video. Like, wow, they are really spoiling us right now. I feel like we went through a long point where we weren't getting too many. So, I mean, I'm glad we are. It's really nice to, like, be able to visually see them together. Yeah, she's probably a good listener.
なんか一緒にいて楽なんだよね。気を使わないっていうかさ。
I mean, and that's the best kind of friend right there. I love, you know, having friends that I can just say the most random shit to, and they won't, like, judge me too hardly for it. I don't know.
ひなも。そう？私楽？うん。くみちゃんといるの楽しい。そっかー。よかったー。
She nods with a smile as bright as the sun. I'm happy. Whenever she smiles, it makes me feel very nostalgic and happy. But at the same time, I feel pain in my chest because she thinks that I'm a normal person like the rest of our classmates.
ひなは普通じゃないから。普通じゃない？どこが？作られたの、お母様に。本当は人形だけど、お母様が特別に魂を作ってくださったの。
Oh shit, so she just dropped this to her.
人間じゃないってこと？そう。そういえば、昔学園長からそんな話聞いたことあるな。ホムなんとかって人形の話。そう。そのホムンクルス。ヒナが？へえ。普通の人間にしか見えないよ。あ、だから無口なのかな。なるほど。
Yeah, Kumiko is definitely the kind of person that you could drop something like that serious. Like, hey, I'm actually not a human being. And then she's like, oh, okay, you're one of those? Like, cool.
それだけ？
I mean, she's very, like, easygoing. I would imagine not too judgmental.
え？何が？
It also looks like she probably shops at Hot Topic, but that's another... We'll put that aside.
嫌じゃない？
Nothing wrong with that. I'm not judging, okay? I mean, like, Hot Topic's great. I love that store. But I'm characterizing her. I'm
なんで？
sorry.
ヒナはヒナだろ？お人形だろうが卵から生まれてようが関係なくない？
Just a matter of someone made you, you're born from an egg.
卵は近いかも。最初は丸いフラスコで作るから。そうなんだ。すごいな。私そんな面白いこと友達なのか。なんか楽しい。
Yeah, see, isn't Kumiko such a good friend? She's just like, that's so cool. You know, she's really positive about it. Really doesn't care at all. Even after telling her that I was a doll, she still asked me to show her my textbooks, to have lunch together, and to walk home together. Nothing changed. And I mean, that's what a good friend does. They find out something about you. I mean, it's not like you're a serial killer, okay? If you were a serial killer, that would change the relationship a bit. But, you know, like, just kind of your origin story, like, kind of your background, it didn't change anything for her. A good friend. It's the same as back then. It's the same as the past. I still can't remember that when I get a headache when I try to remember. I can't remember, but the old memories locked inside of me are rejoicing. They're saying that this is what they wanted to reclaim. Blank is no longer here, but I promised Blank.
約束
Yes, I promise, so I have to fulfill it no matter what. But I'm sure that wasn't everything.
行くよ待ってクミちゃんはあ今日も宿題多いな明日授業中寝そうだわ寝てたら起こしてあげるいつもありがとね
When morning arrives, Kumiko won't be Kumiko anymore. She'll return to being a student of the present. I know who her vessel is, but my chest is guaranteed to hurt when I see them. I can't talk to them either. I'm a night student, so I can't let the day students see me. They're Kumiko, and yet I can't talk to them.
じゃあねひなまた明日やっぱりこれじゃダメもちろんですともお母様今の状態ではまだ完全に助けたとは言えませんそれはお母様の約束とは違う命令が果たされていませんそれはいけないじいちゃんによろしくありませんそうねしかし幸い夜の生徒として暮らしてもらうことには成功していますこのまま夜の世界を完全な形で存続させましょうそうすれば助けたと言えましょうお母様は約束を果たされるのですいやーめでたいははは
I really hope if we do go down the route of like trying to convince her and save her from this plan, that we really like drill it in. Like, you're gonna have to keep them hypnotized, or they're really not gonna like understand what's going on. And if you don't hypnotize them, I guess more likely what's gonna happen is that they're going to totally think this plan is wacky. They're gonna like know that they essentially sacrificed someone to be here, right? Like that's essentially like, I mean, killing somebody, I guess. Like they're not going to be there anymore. I don't know what else you would call it. You know, you could say sacrifice, but somebody, you know, was lost in this whole conversion. So I don't think they would really take that kindly. I mean, Omaru kind of demonstrated that. I feel like Omaru wasn't willing to stay around if it meant that they couldn't have Hanatate. It seemed like he kind of realized some things towards the end. He realized that he needed to give all that power to really, you know, solve the problem they had at the time, which was destroying the magic circle. But I think in that he also realized, like, hey, I need to do something bigger than myself here, you know. All right, let's see.
日量の生徒はまあ最初からいなかったものと他の生徒たちに暗示をかければよいのではいなかったことにだって邪魔ですから夜の生徒たちを完全に蘇らせる方が大切でしょそうお約束されたのでしょならば西寮の生徒など些細な犠牲です仕方がないそうねそうでしょうとも約束だものだからいいのよねあの子はクミちゃんとして暮らせば
If that happens, I'll be able to experience that nostalgia and happiness forever. I won't be lonely anymore, surrounded by those who are different, like Rito and Fuhito.
私はそんな奇跡を失いたくないもう二度とそんな奇跡は起こらないだから私は完全に取り戻すための計画を必ず成功させなければいけない
Yeah, I guess for now that's kind of giving her more motivation, but I think in the end she'll realize like how that's really not right to do. I mean, I'm hoping we end up saving all of the night students anyways, so we can have like the best of both worlds. Like the day students don't have to be turned into night students, and then the night students are able to just live again. They're able to kind of move on from their prison and be able to come back to reality. But I'm not sure how that's gonna work. We'll have to see how that plays out. Might be kind of jarring, you know, coming back to life and coming back to the modern world. Episode 5. So I have a feeling episode 5 is where we're gonna start seeing some stuff. I think episode 5 will probably encompass everything, and then maybe we're gonna have some kind of after story, right? Because I think episode 5 is usually when the character routes where. With a clink, the white quill pen returns itself to its holder.
動かないみたい。
We out of ink? Yep.
インク切れのようですね。
Picks up the ink bottle and looks through the bottom. There's not a single drop left. Well, I mean, at least for me, I feel like I've gotten a good idea of what's going on, of kind of how we got in this situation. I know there's a little bit more to it that we're going to have to discover, but I think for the most part, we have a pretty good understanding of kind of maybe what happened and maybe some ideas of what needs to happen. So we'll have to see how it plays out. I hear sighs echo throughout the room.
覚えてなくても。
I mean, I think the variable I'm waiting to see what happens with is the mirror. Is it going to summon Lazaret? Is it going to summon Angel? Like, who is she going to see in that mirror? Because from my understanding, that's what's going to happen. It's going to either summon the soul of somebody, or it's going to like summon like an image of them. Maybe you could talk to it. It seemed like it kind of recalled a dead person in some way. That was my understanding, kind of what they talked about. But we'll have to see. I think that's going to be a variable that plays in this, because I don't know if Seti is going to really become whole again without talking to Lazaret. I think Lazaret, you know, not being there would be a problem. And then I think Angel somehow is making a comeback too. I don't know how that is. I mean, she just kind of appeared to Vitru and then we haven't seen her since, so I'm not sure what exactly that's supposed to mean. Maybe, I don't know, maybe Mitru is able to like do something similar. Maybe she's able to recall souls. I don't know. I use the first one to speak, albeit in murmurs. Because it's like, why was it so important that Mitru came to the school in the first place? Like, was that part of their plan? I just think it was, because she was so, that being Fuhito, Fuhito was so determined to prove that Mitsuyoshi, you know, was a Magi. Like, they needed him for something. Not realizing that it was the sister who was the talented one. He's the first one to speak, albeit in murmurs.
幸せだった頃が帰ってきたみたいな感覚になっちゃったんでしょうね。そうですね。
Memories from when she was still living as Seti. I don't know if she was friends with Ibo-san back then, but they overlapped for her. That's why she wants to revive them no matter what, regardless of the promise.
くそ、こっちだって夜の生徒を助けたいってのは同じなのによ。
He says that annoyed and hits his knee with his
何
fist.
かないのかな。他に助ける方法って何か。
I'm just assuming, though, right now, since we already know that Mitra hasn't unlocked her full power, that she's going to be the key to fixing this. I think that's a good assumption right now. He looks down at the words written in the notebook.
ひなさんたちは散々探したようですからね。20年もの間。
I mean, albeit they are, you know, kind of homunculi, I think it's a little bit harder for them to kind of understand what needs to be done or understand how to do that. And they also kind of just blew past morals and things like that to come to an idea of how to achieve that, right?
そうね。あんな強引な手段以外に何か方法があれば、ひな、いえ、セディは説得できそうな気もするけど。
But this method is...
見つからなかったからこそのこの手段なのでしょうね。
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. Without somebody like Lazaret or Angel or Mitru, like, there's no way they could have like found another solution. It seems like this was one of the easier ways to accomplish that, albeit, an ethically wrong one.
じゃあどうしようもねえのか。やっぱり
His voice trails off. We're all thinking the same thing, that there really is no way to truly rescue the students from 20 years ago. Amara, am I never going to see you again? Is there really no way to save you besides going through this ridiculous plan?
ですが、学園側の計画は計画として阻止しなければ。
Yeah, I mean, we can't let this happen either way.
そりゃそうだろ。でねえと西寮の生徒はいなかったことになっちまうんだろ。
We can only save one or the other, huh?
今のところはそういう状況ですけれど。
I know, but even so, we have to stop them. That's what Amara would have wanted too. Maybe as a result of what we're trying to do, the students 20 years ago will fall victim to that fire. Even so, then he'll be dead as well. Still doesn't feel real to me. We were chatting together not that long ago. Just like how Iba-san and Hina-san were.
悩んでいても仕方がありません。こうしている間にも学園長たちは動いているでしょうから。とにかく計画を阻止する方法をまず考えなければ。
Yeah, that's the sad part. Like I said, like, it's hard to call them a villain because they're not really evil. Their intentions aren't bad. And I feel like that's maybe a little bit too common with villains. I feel like there's a lot of villains in stories like this that are really just kind of misunderstood. Their intentions weren't bad. Maybe they were just mistreated, right? I feel like there's a lot of people like that, and just in reality, that aren't really bad people. They just had bad things happen to them, and that changes you, right? When you have bad things happen to you and you don't really get the help that you need, or you don't have the support system that everyone deserves, you change as a person. You kind of see the world a little bit more cynically. You don't trust people as much, and you end up doing things that maybe other people would rather you not do, right? You end up doing things that could potentially hurt yourself and especially hurt others. And that's kind of sad, right? I mean, we should pity those people, because nobody should end up being like that in the first place if we were a little bit more kinder, right? I feel like that's kind of what's happening here. I mean, to be fair, she kind of lost the two people who were her support system, the two people that would be able to make a difference in her life. And nobody was able to like really step into that role because nobody really knew about her, right? And we saw that she kind of descended into madness, as some people probably would. I don't think everybody would necessarily do that, but I definitely think that increases your probability, right? You lose your support system, you lose the people important to you, you're gonna start, making bad decisions sometimes, and nobody's gonna be there to tell you otherwise. No one's gonna be there to help steer you in a better path. Anyways, that was my little rant.
そうね。とりあえずこれ渡しておくわ。
After agreeing with Muko's statement, Heidi passes out newly made bottles of
気を失
perfume.
わせる香水よ。ただし、やっぱりアーリックのような相手には十分な武器とは言えないわ。
Yeah, I think at this point, the perfume is likely only useful against the disciplinary committee. I think they're the only ones that this would probably even work on. I feel like Momo knows about this now. Fuhito has the Ermine, I guess. I don't know how she teleported. I'm kind of confused by that, because I thought, the Ermine was going to end up being the villain, right? I just thought it was going to be like a matter of transferring the soul to the Ermine. It's kind of a disguise, I guess, or like an illusion. I don't know how you would say that, but that didn't end up being the case. So apparently Fuhito could just teleport. I'm like, okay. Anyways, you keep that in mind.
ないよりマシだろ。場合によっちゃ風紀も相手にしなきゃなんねえからな。
Shizuka understands.
それで どうするの？ひとまず私はもう一度魔法陣の様子を見てくるわ。
He gets up from her seat and walks towards the path leading to the stairs. Is something gonna happen with that magic circle? They keep going back to check on it, which makes me think like there is something with it. I don't know. Are we just... Or she comes running back. Okay, there is something going on. That looks like a face of something happened.
大変よ。どうしました？
Looking pale as a ghost, Heidi points towards the stairs and
扉の
shouts,
つながっている場所が変わってるの。
"Oh, lovely."
場所が？
Luca looks baffled for a second. She quickly gets up, and we all run up the stairs after her, getting our cardio in.
これは？
Oh, it just leads to the field. The other side of the door that Muka opened is a vast grassy plain. This looks familiar. This isn't where I followed Furia to the... Isn't this where I followed Furia to the one time? Yep, I remember that. Back when Furia accidentally picked up the key of Yanis, I delved into the grassland in search of her.
では、あちらに見えている塔のようなものの上が魔法陣のあった場所でしょうか？
Yeah, it should be the spiral staircase if I remember correctly. The magic circle's at the very
前
top.
回扉の接続を切ってもこちらが復元したせいで今度は違う手を使うことにしたようですね。
物理的に遠くしたってことかよ。
Well, it's a good distance away, but it's a trip we have
あ
to make.
の魔法陣から遠ざけるようなことをした以上、やはり魔法陣は何らかの形で使用されるのでしょうか？
I mean, are we not able to just use the key to go over there real quick? Heidi
そう
nods.
ね。完全に修復して同じことに使う気なのかはわからないけれど。
Would it be possible to move the door back to where it originally opened to, like when we did last
それ
time?
は無理。空間をつなぐ魔術自体には何の変化もないの。おそらく異空間側の蘇生で座標を変えたのだと思うわ。だからこちらからはどうしようもないわね。
Is that so? I unconsciously make a bitter face as I stare out across the plain. None of those monsters from before are around. The dead silence is eerie.
とにかく魔法陣の様子が気になるわ。歩いていけないことはないから。
そうですね。ヤヌスの鍵を使えば
Okay,
早いでしょうけれど
saving mana.
マルクは温存したいところですし。
I mean, I would argue this is kind of an emergency. Like, clearly they're doing something right now, and I would want to know as soon as possible. But, I mean, we can absolutely walk. Be dangerous for you to go alone, so I'll come with you. There might be enemies around.
大丈夫ですか？
We'll turn back if we run into someone we can't take
感
on.
知阻止の香水はまだ効いているから覗くだけなら大丈夫だと思うわ。
Yeah, sure. I'm sure they're totally not able to get past that
で
somehow.
はお願いします。
Like, I don't feel like they've really tried too hard to get us. Like, they had the district committee surround the building, and we kind of, like, got spooked. That's the only thing they've really attempted to do. And that could have just been... I don't know.
ルイをお願い。
After confirming that we'll try to escape if we run into any danger, Heidi and I walk across the savannah towards the magic circle. Well, let's see what they're doing over here. Yeah. Wow, this is the second time I've walked up these stairs with a girl. There's a monster here before, but it's gone now. Yeah, there was this frickin' thing. When Furry and I were up here, it was preventing us from going up. It was an annoying one that spewed imaginary flames. We walked all the way here to conserve our mana, but we didn't spot any of those monsters along the way.
生き物は排除したんじゃないかしら。
And perhaps they got rid of the magic circle here. Nods her head as she says that, looking up at the top of the tower all the while. Wonder why they
こ
did
の空
that.
間は魔力で作られているから生き物が放つ波長が何らかの魔術の邪魔になるってことかしらね。
She doesn't know the exact reason either, it seems. Yeah, I think it would have been beneficial just to keep them. It would have slowed anyone down. Turning to our original goal, we head up the stairs. Now that the monster's gone, I can walk up without any problems, but I keep that to myself since this is a topic for another time. These flames were fake, but they still gave me an attack. Take a peek from the stairs where there's nobody near the magic circle.
見張りはいないみたいね。
Walks up to it. At a glance, the circle is the exact same as it was before, silent and inactive.
変わってないわ。どういうことかしら。
Was that meant just to confuse us or slow us down? So it's still deactivated.
じゃあなぜ。 わざわざ扉のつなぎを変えたのかしら。
Yeah, because we could have just used the key of Yanis if we really wanted to go there quickly. Heidi walks around the perimeter of the magic circle. She stares down at it intently. If touching it won't raise the alarm, shouldn't we take this opportunity to do something?
そうね。
Can we damage it somehow so they can't use it anymore, like with a shovel or something? We're just gonna grab a shovel to start digging.
だったらこれはどう？
She takes out a small knife from her pocket. She uses it to shave plants to add it to
あ
her
なたの
perfumes.
力ならなんとかなる？
Give it a try. Sorry if I end up chipping your knife. Yeah, he's gonna destroy that knife.
いいわよ。それは魔術道具でもなんでもない普通のナイフだから代わりはあるわ。
Alright. I friendly grasped a small knife and strike it against the floor with all my might. Didn't work. It seems too hard to stab through, so I try to scrape it by running the knife's edge back and forth, but it's no use. I'm amazed I managed to destroy something like this. Goes to show how strong that mist was. I mean, you had all of Amaru's, power, all of his mana, right? I mean, I understand that was a bloodstone that kind of enabled that, but that just goes to show how much mana was in that thing.
無理？
Yeah, nothing's working. I don't think we can physically damage it without the use of a mist. I give up. I return Heidi's knife to her. She puts it away and takes out some sort of case. Inside are a few pieces of
傷
chalk.
を入れるのが無理なら書き足して意味を変えるしかないわね。
We're just gonna change it. Wouldn't they notice instantly?
目立つものを書けばすぐに見つかってしまうでしょうから小さく目立たないもので。
I mean, my understanding is that these magic circles are very complex, so I would imagine even changing something small could throw the whole thing off. Thinks for a while and then kneels down beside the magic circle and scribbles some
再起動し
characters.
た時に防衛的な機能が発生しないように妨害する仕掛けをしておくわ。
I mean, if we mess with it while it's active, it won't trigger any alarms.
気休め程度だけどね。
Definitely better than nothing.
そうね。さあ戻りましょう。
Can we see what she added? No. Darn. Puts away the chalk and stands up. We descend the staircase and walk back across the grassy plain to return to Sumi-chan's room. Well, I feel like we didn't do a whole lot, but
おかえり。とりあえずご飯にしようって話になってるよ。
I mean, I'm glad supposedly Maya isn't evil. She might still have some power, though. I mean, she still does have red eyes. That's a little bit suspicious, right? Nobody's still questioning this. Upon our return, I see that Kurodani is once again taking food out of her bag. Oh, thanks. I was feeling a bit hungry. Guess
食
I'm
べ
a little
なが
bit
ら
hungry
作戦
too.
会議ね。
Oh, another strategy meeting.
ええ、そうしましょう。
I feel like we just had a strategy meeting. No, we just had a lot of conversations. We're having the build up here. We all sit in a circle and feast on sandwiches and rice balls. I'm just ready to get into the action. We know so much information
気
now.
持ち悪いくらい向こうの動きがねえよな。
Yeah, nothing much has happened since Ulrich knocked Louis out. Well, they did change the location of the door, I
あれ
guess.
だって私たちを魔法陣に近づけなくするには不完全すぎるわ。
Well, it sounds like Hina, or Sedmi, is still recovering right now. We thought that there'd be someone waiting to ambush us. Ambush us, but no one was there. I'm sorry, I can't English.
魔法陣はじっくり見たけどやっぱり何の変化もなかったのよね。
では、あの扉の細工はただの応急処置なのか、時間稼ぎにしては短すぎる。実際、古賀くんたちはあっさり行って戻ってきましたから。
With a fruit sandwich in her hand, she furrows her brow as she
何
thinks.
かを待っているのでしょうか。
待ってるって学園側が？
ええ、動きがないのも対策が中途半端なのもそれ以上に何か大きなことをやる時期を計っているせいではないかという気がするのです。
あの魔法陣には特に変化は見られなかったからそうかもしれないわね。
扉をつなぎ替え私たちの注意をあの魔法陣に向けることによりそうして自分たちが待つ何かの方を邪魔されないようにしたとか。
That's a good theory. Yeah, just keep all of our attention on this magic circle that they're not actually planning on using anymore.
ありえるわね。
それならこっちもただ黙って待ってるより。
もちろんです。 ただ問題はどのような行動を起こすべきかということです。
Yeah, the problem is our movement is limited. It's like we can't really scout too much without putting ourselves in danger. That just makes it even harder for us to counterattack, right?
ハーデルハイトさん、魔法陣は現状では壊せそうにないのですか？
無理ね。
She shakes her head, putting down her melon bread before talking further.
まず前にやった破壊の魔法陣を周囲に描く方法は魔法陣が起動していない今は使えないわ。
魔法陣の力を逆流させるものですから、起動していない今は当然できないということですね。
そう。それにさっき古賀が試したのだけれど、人の力だけでは傷を入れることも不可能だったわ。
Yeah, that's because they tried using the knife. Why didn't he just kick a hole through it? Tried my best with a knife, it didn't work at all. Yeah, you didn't. Why would you use a knife? A knife is weaker than you.
お前のバカ力で無理ならどうしようもねえな。
He could literally kick a hole through a human being.
小さなナイフだったから、もっと別の道具なら少しくらいは傷つけられるかもしれないけど、全部壊すのは無理ね。
I mean, do you have to destroy the whole thing? Wouldn't destroying one part of it kind of negate it? It wouldn't be able to like fully do its thing?
それにさっきの話で、そもそも学園側があの魔法陣を本当にまた使うのかも怪しくなったから、壊しても意味があるかどうか。
I mean, I don't think it's a waste of time to destroy it because we make sure that it's not going to be used. But at the same time, yeah, it's like we don't want to focus all of our time destroying it because that might not be what they were planning on using at all.
そうですね。他のところに新しい魔法陣を用意している可能性もありますから。
Frown on her face grows. She's mechanically munching on her fruit sandwich, her brain yearning for sugar in order to work at full
ハー
power.
デルハイトさん、一つ思いついたことがあるのですが。
Okay, Ushio has an idea. Lucian raises her head, wearing an awkward expression on her face for some
何？
reason.
言ってみて。
もしかすると私はバカな提案をしているのかもしれませんが。
何でもいいわよ。この際できそうなことは全部検討すべきでしょ。
そうですね。では、以前あの異空間は全て魔力で作られていると言っていましたよね。
そうよ。
あの異空間自体を全部使って、それで食の日の代替にしようとしているのではとも。
食の日に変わるほどの魔力となると、あの異空間丸ごとには十分匹敵するでしょうからね。
So what about
で
it?
は、あの異空間そのものを壊すことはできないでしょうか。
Huh?
そうすれば結果的に異空間にある魔法陣も消えてなくなるはずでしょう。食の日の代替とやらもできなくなります。
そうね。その手があったわ。
Are we talking about destroying the whole space? Like, everything in there? We're talking about the one we just visited, right? How is that gonna work? She smacks her fist in the palm of her other hand, approving Amuko's suggestion.
魔法陣がダメなら異空間ごと壊せばいいのよ。
Is that even possible, though? It seems like a much bigger task to me. She nods in response to my question, tells us about what she found in the library about the other world. Okay, so you have some idea of how to do it.
あの異空間は魔力そのものでできているのだけれど、普通はあんな風に固定した状態にはできないの。異空間のどこかに異空間全体を支えて魔力をとどめている仕掛けがあるはずよ。
Is it that giant freaking thing of gears in the sky?
魔力を固定する装置。
ええ、そうね。あの大きさなら複数あるはずだわ。
その仕掛けを壊せばいいのか。
そうしたら異空間は支えを失って崩壊するはずよ。
How do we do that, though?
待ってて、私がそのための魔術薬を作るから。あなたたちはその間に仕掛けがどこにあるのか、いくつあるのか探してちょうだい。
Adelheid really has a magical compound for everything, doesn't she? I feel like what she's trying to say is I'm gonna make a bomb. I'm gonna make a bomb that'll blow it up. I need to make multiple because there's gonna be multiple. And that's how we're gonna destroy it. I feel like that's what she's trying to say. Magical compound. You're making a bomb.
わかりました。 仕掛けはどのような形か
You're
わか
making
りますか？
something that destroys it.
ラズリットブロッドストーンが使われてるはずよ。あんな空間を支え続けるためにはずっと魔力が必要だし、おそらく小さな魔法陣、魔力をとどめて支える術式を描いた陣とラズリットブロッドストーンじゃないかしら。
I wonder what would have happened. So the magic circle is supposed to like expand when it needs more mana. I wonder what would have happened if it kept expanding in that space. Would it have absorbed those bloodstones and then the whole space would have destroyed itself?
了解です。探しましょう。みんな。
おう、今ならまだ香水のおかげで誰かに鉢合わせしても見つかんねえんだろ。急ごうぜ。
The other world is huge, so it'll take quite a bit of time.
手伝うよ、それくらいなら。僕も。
いえ、ここを無人にするのも危険かと。ルイさんは残していくしかありませんから。
なら手分けして交代で行くか。夜通しになりかねんから休憩もいるだろう。
This is what I expect from a former disciplinary committee member, Shizuka-chan.
ちゃん言うな。俺あんま動いてねえから先行く。
Okay, yeah, you do that.
誰かしら留守番しながら交代で行きましょう。アーデルハイトさん、その破壊するための薬をお願いします。
ええ、任せて。
She stealthily returns to her own room after she comes back with the necessary ingredients to split up and work hard to look for those devices. She should make a nuclear bomb. Just blow the whole thing up. It'd be a good tie-in for Oppenheimer that's coming out soon. The next day, having spent more or less the entire night searching, we managed to find what we suspect to be those support devices.
仕掛けは全部で4つ。
I think that's right, because I think there's actually 4 areas. So there was one for each area that was kind of supporting it. You had the area with the mushrooms and the grass. You had the area with like the forests that we kind of stayed in, and Furia was, you know, noticing us taking our shirt off. There was that other area that's kind of like a, how would I describe it? I don't know, it had like palm trees or something. It looked kind of like Florida. And then there was the area of, you know, where the magic circle was and the stairs and all that. I consider those like 4 different areas. So tells us this as she draws a simple map on a piece of paper. We fix our eyes upon it as we partake in Kurodani's provisions for
異
breakfast.
空間の真ん中の塔を中心に
Provisions.
東西南北。実際の方角は不明ですが、とにかく四方に一つずつありました。
What does that mean? Hold up. What does equidistant mean? At equal distances. Okay. Perfect. I've never heard that word before. I'm sure some of you are like, what do you mean, Justin? You don't know that word? I'm like, no, I've never heard that word before. Why don't you just say they're located equal distance from each other? Like, that is that much harder to say? The tower in the center. I don't know the actual dimensions, but you can think of it as one in each in the north, east, south, and
ラズリッ
west.
トブロッドストーンらしき石が埋め込まれています。これが異空間を支える仕掛けだと思われます。
I mean, can we steal those?
幸い、捜索の際にも誰にも出会わなかったので、見張りもいないものと思われます。
Watch us do all this, and they're like, yeah, actually, we don't even care about that space anymore. We're just gonna go, you know, over to our other magic circle.
まさに今のうちだな。
この仕掛けを壊せば、異空間は支えを失い、やがて崩壊。
I would think so.
ええ、相手が何してるかわからない以上、時間はないわ。今すぐ破壊に行きましょう。
Alright, I'm ready. Lines up 4 bottles as she
こ
says
れを使
that.
って。
She worked through the night to make those
これは
potions.
瓶が二重構造になっていて、この紐を引くと上の瓶の線が外れて下の薬と混ざる仕組みになってるの。
混ざるとどうなるんだ？
It splits an atom
爆発するわ。
and it explodes.
爆発？これ爆薬なのかよ。
Yeah, I mean, what did you think they were gonna be? That's what I'm saying. Of course they were bombs.
爆発といっても物理的なものではないのよ。魔力を分解するような爆発を引き起こすと考えてくれればいいわ。
Hey, that still counts, okay? I'm still saying I was right on that. There's no chance of us being caught up in the blast.
物理的な爆発はほとんど大したことはないから、慌てて逃げなきゃならないほどの威力もないし。
A little disappointed that it's not splitting an atom, but
私たちは安全ということは分かりました。魔術的な威力はどの程度なのですか？
あの巨大な魔法陣みたいな大掛かりなものやラズリットブロッドストーンは壊せないけど、小さな仕掛けだけなら十分壊れるはずよ。だから仕掛けを壊して埋め込まれているラズリットブロッドストーンを外してしまえば支える魔力はなくなるわ。
なるほど、わかりました。石を回収すればこちらの魔力にも余裕ができますね。
yeah, Sushio, that's the goal. It almost sounds though like it's kind of disabling them, not really destroying them. Two birds with one stone. Let's get started.
行くの？
Oh, it's okay this time. You can keep sleeping. Clearly on the verge of falling asleep, so I prevent her from trying to get up. Sorry, Kurodani. Could I ask you to look after her and Louis?
私お留守番？いいけど。
適切な人選だと思います。黒谷さん、留守をお願いします。
I feel like that's kind of an insult, a little bit, because it's like saying you're good for this, the job where you just have to sit there and do nothing.
あ、鍵どうする？俺らはばらけるならこっちに持たせた方がよく。
確実に使えるミチルさんに持っていてもらうのがいいのでは？いざとなったらそれで脱出してください。
Or she's just like sitting there as they're getting captured, just falling asleep, you know? Sounds good to give me some peace of
誰
mind.
か来たらすぐ逃げろよ。
And I feel like it'd be better if we could go back there, because I'm not really concerned about being attacked in that space. I'm concerned about these guys being attacked, and they're kind of our most useful people, let's be honest.
わかった。
I guess it would be better if they escaped, because they could just teleport to us real quick, but I think if they ended up getting into this space, we'd be pretty screwed. Rakumi gives the key as she holds out an unsteady hand. I'm really surprised they haven't found us, because it's not like they can teleport directly to us, but they could teleport to any of the areas, you know, like this. I don't think it would be hard to assume that we're in an area we're familiar with.
黒谷、多分ルイはお前が担ぐしかねえだろうけど、大丈夫か？
頑張ります。ちょっと引きずっちゃうかもしれませんけど。
Yeah, it's really hard to like hold somebody that isn't helping you whatsoever. If they're like just dead weight, I don't know if you guys have ever tried to like carry somebody that way. It's really hard.
それくらいなら構わないわよ。ルイだって文句は言わないでしょ。
I think it's pretty hard to carry someone who is trying to help you. So the fact that like they're not helping you whatsoever, they can be pretty heavy.
では、黒谷マヤ、精一杯全処します。
よろしくお願いします。
Okay, I appreciate the enthusiasm.
では行きましょう。一人一つずつ瓶を持って。引っ張る紐はこれね。
な、わかった。
ここからだと一番距離があるのはここなので、
I think that's
古賀
fair.
くんお願いします。
We're the most physically fit, so sure thing.
村雲くんはこちらに、私はここへ向かいますので、アーデルハイトさんは比較的近いこちらへ行ってなるべく早く戻ってください。
Okay, this is a good plan.
わかったわ。私と牛尾が一番足は遅いでしょうから、それでちょうどいいわね。
I mean, what are you fastest on if not your feet?
いってらっしゃい。気をつけてね。
Michiru drowsily waves her hand as we wave back at Kurodani, who's supporting her before ascending the stairs. I wish that's all I had to do was sleep, and then you like use your powers when we like most need you, and just freeze time, and then you fix everything with that. Apparently, Oni-chan and the others left for the other world. I want to help, but I can't put any strength into my body, and I'm extremely sleepy.
大丈夫？横になる？大丈夫です。
Pop too many edibles, too many Xannies. If I did, I probably wouldn't be waking up again anytime soon. Then I wouldn't be able to help Oni-chan if anything happened. Told me to go back home, but I refused and insisted on staying. If I ended up being useless, everything would have been pointless.
じゃあ、ここにもたれなよ。はい。
Puts my back up against the side of the bed as she says that. Thanks.
いいっていいって。それよりさ、ちょっとくらいなら 一人でも大丈夫かな？うん。じゃあ、ちょっとうろうろして食べ物を取ってくるよ。
What?
もう残り少ないんだ。
But you had one job. You're supposed to stay here.
でも大丈夫。声出さなかったらバレない香水かかってるし。
Oh my gosh, this is a terrible
食べ
plan.
物尽きたらどうせなんとかしなきゃいけないでしょ。
I like how she's like, you can rely on me, guys. Where was it? Great. We go back up a little bit. I will act to the best of my abilities, the best of your ability to leave and leave them vulnerable and leave yourself vulnerable.
子がよく食べるもんね。
Gosh, you're letting your love for him cloud your judgment. He laughs and picks up the enormous bag that she used for storing
そう
food.
だ。お兄ちゃん、食べないと体が持たないし。
That's all fine and dandy, but you could have done that at least when Adelheid came back. Worry about it, but if I think about Oni-chan's body, I know that we can't go without food. Otherwise, he'll die.
黒谷さん、気をつけてね。
Wasn't that kind of bad then when he got stuck with Furia in the other world and he couldn't eat? I think he talked about being
あ、
okay.
そうだ。みちるちゃん何か食べたいものとかある？辛いもの好きだっけ？辛いものと。
So, like, mayonnaise, right? I'm just kidding. Makes a note about a nearby sheet of paper. I didn't understand how the whole thing about mayonnaise being spicy. I'm like, mayonnaise is not spicy whatsoever. Like, who thinks mayonnaise is spicy? Like, what kind of mayonnaise are you eating? The note about a nearby sheet of paper.
他には？スナック菓子とか。
Michiru is like, bring me the Doritos.
なるほど。お菓子ね。それも辛い方がいいのかな？
Why does everything have to be habanero flavored? Like, are you so uncultured that you can't find any other peppers? A nice person. I can feel my mouth starting to form a smile, and I hold my knees out of
お
embarrassment.
兄ちゃん、いつもこんな人たちとここで暮らしてるんだね。
Now I understand why he's trying so hard to stop the principal's plans.
バネロ的な。よし、完璧。多分購買部に何かあると思うから見つけてくるよ。ありがとう。他の人の多分
She
牛尾
would.
さんは甘いもの好きみたい。そうだね。今朝も迷わずフルーツサンドだったしね。みちるちゃん優しいね。他の人のもってちゃんと気を使ってるから。僕あんまり役に立ってないから。そんなことないよ。みちるちゃんってすごいんでしょ。切り札的なことを言われてたじゃん。
Is this where Maya betrays everybody?
それは力だけは。
This is where she gets her guard down, finds out how useful she actually is, and then is like, hey, come and get her. Come and get her, boys. And they're like, FBI, open up.
でしょでしょ。それに日記だってさ、みちるちゃんがいないと大変みたいだし、すっごい役に立ってるじゃない。そうかな。
Or I'm just totally making this up, assuming that, you know, Maya has some ulterior motive, when in reality, she's supposed to be building her up so that eventually when the time comes that she needs to act, she'll be ready and she'll be confident.
そうそう。もっと自信持ちなって。
Okay, maybe that's what it was.
ちょっと笑った。あなた、きっと自分が思ってる以上にみんなに頼りにされてると思うよ。さて、私もお役に立ちに行きますか。
I still think this is a bad
ちょ
idea.
っとだけ待っててね。気をつけて。行ってきます。
I mean, Michiru's like falling asleep. Louis is just like taking a snoozer. Not gonna wake up anytime soon, apparently. Donnie slings her huge bag over his shoulder and leaves the room.
大丈夫かな。
Yeah, probably not. I mean, if she gets captured, not a huge loss. I'm just gonna be honest. Hey, they're at the other magic circle that I keep mentioning. Others reclining in a chair, watching in a daze as I inspect the machinery. How long has it been? How many years has it been since we spent this much time together? Once Mother started attending the school as a student. This is apparently what is known as happiness. And being apart is called loneliness. I don't quite understand, but since Mother is happy, I am undoubtedly happy as well.
よしよし、問題ない。のーにも問題ないのだよ。
I stroked the planetarium like machinery and turned to face Mother.
できた。できましたよ、お母様。
Cries moved back and forth between their machine
こ
and
れ
me.
であとは投影機を指定の場所にセットするのを待つだけですよ。
What are you guys doing? Watching a movie? Gives a slight nod.
大丈夫ですか、お母様。体調はどうです？だいぶ落ち着いてきたみたい。そうですか。それはよかった。
Oh, this guy. Hearing footsteps, I turned towards them and see the German who we made our ally.
おやおや、その様子ではまだ客人たちは見つからないのかな。
風紀委員にも協力してもらったが、全くどこへ行ったのか。
He shrugs his shoulders as he says that with a sigh. I mean, they're not gonna find the one in the clock tower.
魔術の痕跡を調べる薬も使ってみたんだがな。途中で消えてしまっていた。
それはおそらくヤヌスの鍵で移動したせいだろうね。
おかげで足で探すしかなくなった。
ご苦労だったね。しかし、これだけ長い間見つからないということは、空気が見回らない場所に潜んでいると考えるべきか。
Mother slowly springs up from her
そ
chair.
れをすぐに持ってきて。
Looks confused seeing Mother talking to the air rather than one of us.
あれはね、私たちに言ったのではないのだよ。
では誰に？
私がいつも首に巻いていたおこちょがいただろう。二の前くんだ。あれは今、お母様が使っていてね。
Okay, so that's kind of what happened. She was kind of acting through the Ermine.
今は聖護院さんが一緒にいるはずだから、そちらで何かあったのだろうね。
つまり、あの王子女は遠距離での通信手段なのか。
そういうことだ。お母様が私たちの状況を把握し、指示を出すために特別に改造されたホムンクラスなのだよ。
So that's why I always suspected the stupid Ermine, because it apparently is her. You know, in a way. It's kind of, you know, she talks through it, I guess, or understands through it. How about that? Freaking Ermine. I still hate it. It was the mastermind all along. I just thought the Ermine was the mastermind, but the mastermind was communicating through the Ermine. Oh, it's later. A door appears out of thin air. Nina Maiken comes running through it.
大変です。
Fuguin's son tumbles in behind
何
him.
があったんだい、聖護院さん。こんなものを風紀委員が拾ったって報告がありまして。
She opens up the sheet of paper that she's holding and shows
辛
us.
いもの、スナック菓子、ハバネロ的な。
何のことだ？
こっちじゃなかった。これは裏でした。
Fugu flips over and sees some sort of map drawn on it.
何の地図だ？
Oh my gosh. Maya, you had one job. You wrote on the back of our plan. Oh my gosh. Maya just became worse girl.
これはこの印は支えのある場所だね。
Really?
なるほどなるほど。
Maya, you had
異空
one
間自
job.
体を破壊しようという算段か。
You're so dumb. So dumb. Why would you do that? Oh, I knew it was a bad idea. It was just all around stupid.
笑い事なのか？
君には朗報だよ。お客人が直接来るかはわからないが、この印の場所のどこかで待てば行方を知る者は現れるだろうね。
それは朗報だ。で、この場所にはどうやって行く？
聖護院さん、ヤヌスの鍵を。はい、この鍵をお貸しします。行きはモモがつなげますから。この場所か。私の顔でも思い浮かべながら鍵を回せば扉が出現するよ。
Horrifying.
承知した。
では開きますね。
Turns the key and a door manifests. A grassy plain appears on the other side. At a glance, I don't see anyone from the bureau or either of the guests.
ではどうぞ。
ああ、借り受ける。
Well, wow, that turned out terribly. What a surprise! After taking the key, the German suddenly stops and turns to
地図
face
につい
me.
ていたバツ印の場所には何があるんだ。そこは守った方がいいの。
He's up to do some work while he's at it. What an honest and diligent man.
いいや、どちらでもいいよ。
そうか。なら余裕があればということにして。
では、自分は西寮の警備に戻ります。1時間ほど後に合流しますので。頼んだよ。しっかりな、二の前くん。
Ooh, Ninomai didn't say anything. Ninomai Kun's voice is Mother's voice, so he doesn't say anything.
行ってまいります。
Interesting. She salutes and leaves with Ninomai Kun in tow. Once again, I'm alone with Mother.
は、なんでしょう、お母様。少し眠ります。おや
Closes
すみ
her
な
eyes.
さい。おーっと、風邪をひいてはいけない。
I know, you can't sleep on the floor. How could you? Absolutely unacceptable. Yeah, they always like sleep in a kotatsu, like the super warm blanket. They're like, oh, you're gonna get a cold sleeping on the floor. Like, you're literally covered with a blanket. What do you mean? Are they running up to the chapel?
確か倉庫
Like
に。
Japanese people with colds. Like, oh, if you're out in the rain, you're gonna catch a cold. Like, every single time. Yeah, they are. It gets quite chilly here in the winter, so we have blankets that students can use to cover their legs. I pull out the blankets and somehow manage to carry them on my back. I have a small frame, so it's fairly strenuous.
まあ、お母様のためだ。このくらい大したことではないのだよ。
Close the door to the storeroom and run back downstairs.
お母様。おや、もうお休みでしたか。
I mean, she did say she was going to sleep. She sits in her chair with her eyes closed, snoring softly. Oh, she's in a chair. See, she won't catch a cold. She's not on the floor. Can't blame her for being tired. She's been using a lot of mana lately.
お母様、これをあったかくして眠ってください。
Cover her body in blankets.
完璧だよ。お母様には早く回復してもらわねば困るからね。
Kind of ironic having a homunculus think of another homunculus as their mother. Almost like robots, you know? Trying to think that they were created or born by another robot. Everything is about to go our way. Freaking Fuhito. Never liked her since the start of the game. Now I know why. Here it is. The location I was assigned on the other side of the lake. There's a lazarette bloodstone buried within a thicket just beside the lake. Pulling the string, and I follow Heidi's instructions and throw the bottle at where the stone is. Hear a faint explosion, so it looks like it went off. As she mentioned, it didn't do much physical damage, and the sound was quiet enough I doubt anyone in the area would have even noticed. Let's see now. Ah. Woke up to the contraption to see the glowing stone roll into the lake, having been blown away by the blast. Damn it. Hurry after, but it's already submerged and I can't see it. I remember quickly this was pretty deep. I rescued Furia from it once before, and I'm not sure if it's safe enough to go in diving without any sort of equipment. Not to mention there might be creatures inside it. We don't want to end up fighting some unknown monster. I guess I'll have to give up on it. I'll just hope that the other three manage to bring their stones back successfully. Though I'm probably never going to hear the end of it from Murakumo. Yeah, I'd rather him be safe than deal with that. Oh, we're in Florida.
うまくいきましたね。
Yeah, because I was always wondering, like, what's going on with this area. You see, like, the water, it's kind of like tiles. Adelheid-san's compound worked like a charm, and the stone embedded in the ground pops up out from the explosion. You only pick up the stone that's lying on the grass. A lazarette bloodstone, a solid mass of mana.
少し小ぶりですね。
These stones apparently vary in size depending on how much mana is stored within them. While they do come in all sizes, this one is relatively small. Most of my fear that this place is actually much larger than it seems, given how big it is
あ
already.
くまで固定するための支え、いわばくさびのようなものだから。
Wasn't used in the creation of this world, so 4 of these is more than enough to keep it from
間に合わな
collapsing.
かったか。
Ah, frick, the one... That's like the worst person he could have found. Actually, I don't know, Adelheid would have been bad too, but hold my breath and hide in the shadow of a nearby tree. Hear footsteps in the grass and see Louis' brother.
私には気づいてない。
It's all thanks to perfume that blocks perception by others. I hid myself before he got close enough so he didn't hear me making any noise either.
この匂いは破壊薬か。アーデルハイトが関わっているのは間違いないようだな。
アーデルハイトさんを探して回っていたようですね。ここへ来たのはたま
Not
たま。
good. No, I think I heard him saying earlier that he didn't make it in time. He must have meant that he was unable to prevent the support
つ
from
まり
being
こ
destroyed.
ちらの策に学園側は気づいているということ。
All thanks to Maya. I knew she was a plant. I told you guys there was no way she was leaking this information to them. Like you can't tell me that wasn't on purpose now. I believe it. What do I do? I can't exactly stay here forever. I believe in the conspiracy theory. He's looking for Adelheid-san and has no luck here. He might go to where the others
しか
are.
もあれは確か魔術の痕跡を調べる薬のはず。
Small bottle he's holding is familiar. Adelheid-san and Louis-san have used it before. Find me instantly if he
どう
uses
する
that.
べき？音を立てないようにこの場を離れるか、それとも
Come to a decision within a few seconds. If he doesn't find me, he might go to the other locations to prevent the supports from being
他の
destroyed.
3人のところへこの人を行かせてはいけない。
I mean, I don't think it's good that you get captured. Making my mind to jump out from the
Oh,
shadows. I made a sound. Ulrich notices me as expected and comes chasing after me.
すぐ追いつかれる。
Yeah, I mean, you're not gonna outrun this guy. I don't know why you did that. I know that much if I can't do anything with my weak legs. Even so, I have to draw his attention. Take out the fainting perfume spray and spray in his direction. Yeah, you're not gonna hit him with that.
吸い込まなければ効かんよ。香水というものは。
I mean, how are you not inhaling by talking? Does that expression and fans it away from his face with his
アーデ
hand?
ルハイトではなかったが、まあいい。ルートビヒの居場所は知っているだろう。
教えるわけがないでしょ。
Can't outrun him. I know that I still run off in an effort to lead him away. Dang, he just beat her. You guys hear that? Feel something striking at the back of my neck and instantly my consciousness starts to fade.
手加減はしたぞ。
That was him trying to hold back. Just almost freaking ended me. My thoughts stopped right as he finished his talking. Rosani comes back looking awfully panicked. She bursts into the room, lowers her head at me, clasping her hands together apologetically.
どうしたの？購買部の近くでさ、風紀委員に見つかりそうになっちゃったのよ。スナック菓子の袋ってガサガサ言うから聞こえちゃったみたいで。
She's a plant, guys. Don't listen to the propaganda. Oh, I accidentally, I got heard.
そんなに無理してくれなくてもよかったのに。ああ、みちるちゃんのせいじゃないよ。私が選ぶの夢中になっちゃって油断したのがいけないんだから。なんとかその人にはバレずに逃げられたんだけどさ。あとつけられてない？わかんない。だからここ危ないかもしれないからちょっと移動しよう。そうだね。でもどこに？上の異空間ってののドア。多分古賀たちが戻ってくる時にも使うだろうから中に入ってドアの近くで待ってたらどうかな。そっか。それなら部屋の方に誰か来てもすぐには見つからないね。
She's a plant, guys. Come on. There's no way. There's no way. She's literally feeding them to the enemy. Oh my gosh.
最悪階段の上まで来そうだったら必殺ヤヌスの鍵しかないけど。それくらいなら大丈夫。あ、でもルイさん。頑張る。まずカバンだけ上に置いてくるね。いっぺんには無理だわ。
Runs up to the stairs and leaves her bag on the other side of the door before returning.
よいしょ。やっぱ引きずっちゃうかな。あ、大丈夫。ごめんね。平気平気。みちるちゃんこそ大丈夫？動ける？
I nod and shakily hold on to the bed to get up my feet. Probably be staggering a bit, but I think I'll be able to
じゃあ
walk.
みちるちゃん先に行って。私が先だとルイさんを落っことしたらみちるちゃん巻き添えにしちゃうし。
I somehow make my way up the stairs using the wall for support. All over from here. I step for the door, I see Shizuka running towards me.
みちる、何してんだお前。
黒谷さん、
手伝うって何があった？
僕らのご飯取りに行ってくれてて、風紀の人に見つかったかもって。
わかった。お前はここで待ってろ。
Yeah, is it a good idea for us to be waiting in the world that we're trying to actively destroy right now? He darts down the stairs without waiting for me to finish my clumsy explanation. Comes back in no time at all with Luis on his
いやー、
back.
助かったわー。ナイスタイミングですよ、村雲先輩。
Maybe we should have sent you back. If you got caught, no skin off our backs, because you were with them the whole time.
まったく無茶しやがって。おとなしくしてりゃいいのに出歩くなよ。
Skulls Gordani as he puts Luis on down on the ground.
でもご飯ないと困る。
I didn't stop her earlier, so I tried to defend her, and she's like, his expression becomes
い
awkward.
や、そりゃそうだけどよ。
He's like, Frick, I can't disagree with Mitru, but it's still wrong.
ごめんなさい。多分後はつけられてないと思うんだけど。
しょうがねえな。飯は手に入ったのか？
はい、それはなんとか。
ならチャラでいいか。どのみちずっとあそこにいてもいずれ見つかっただろうしな。はっ、
ありがとうございます。よかった。
お前は歩いて大丈夫
Nobody
なのかよ。
knows, except for Ushio.
だいぶ楽になったから。
Still a little wobbly, but I can definitely walk, and I probably won't fall asleep if I'm moving around.
ごめんね。
何が？
僕がもっとうまく力を使えてたら、きっとこんな風に隠れなくても済むのに。
バーカ、何言ってんだ。誰もそんなこと気にしちゃいねえよ。
そうだよ。みちるちゃんのせいじゃないってさっきも言ったじゃん。でも
なんだよこいつ。ずっとこんなこと言ってんのか？
ちょっとね。
あのな、みちる。お前がうまいこと力使えねえからって誰もお前を責めたりしねえよ。
それは分かってる。
お前のおかげで助かったことだって何度もあるんだから、うじうじ悩むな。だいたいんなこと言ったら、そもそもお前を巻き込んだのは俺のせいみてえなとこもあるんだから。
Yeah, he did somehow get her involved.
静かのせいじゃないよ。話しかけたのは僕の方だし。
Yeah, I was wondering, why was she even there in the first place?
だったらお互い様でいいだろ。お前も俺のせいだと思ってねえなら、
I think they kind of
俺
explained
だっ
that
てそうだ。
earlier. But
多分他の連中だってそうだろうよ。
そりゃそうだよ。古賀だって村雲先輩のせいで妹がなんて絶対思ってないって。お兄ちゃんそんなこと思わないよ。
待てこら、なんで俺が慰められてるみてえになってんだ？
だって気にしてるみたいだったから。
みちるがうじうじ言うからだろうが。
ごめん、もう言わない。
本当だな。もう悩むなよ。よし、じゃあおとなしく休んどけ。まだ顔色白いぞ。
はーい。
I do as he says and sit down.
なんだかんだ言って村雲先輩って面倒見いいですよね。
She smirks as she looks back and forth between me and Shizuka.
うるせえ。てめえ、今の話古賀の野郎に言うんじゃねえぞ。
ダメなの？
ダメに決まってんだろ。
何を騒いでるのよ。こんなところで。
I don't hide. Addison returned at some point is looking at us
すみ
confused.
ません。私のせいなんです。何かあったの？
We explain the situation to her while we wait for Onichan and Ushio to come back. That's the thing. That's the funny thing. They don't. I wouldn't be surprised if Koga's the next one to encounter him. Maybe we'll get our fight. Why is everyone out here? Oh, they don't get to have their fight. Come on.
あ、お兄ちゃん。あら、早かったわね。
Way back at Heidi and Kurodani run over to where they are, which for reasons unknown to me is on the side of the door.
おかえり。
What are you all doing here?
ごめん。
What'd you do this time?
食料調達に行ったら風紀の人に物音聞かれたんで慌てて逃げ帰ってきました。
Why didn't you just sit still in the room? That's what I'm saying! So dumb.
怒らないで。だってご飯もうないって。
Yeah, but you could have waited a bit. I see, we were completely out. That would explain why Mitra didn't stop her. Because of my illness, it would be bad for me if I didn't eat. But, like, you could have waited for Adelheid. Adelheid wasn't that long. She's trying to defend Kurodani because she feels somewhat responsible for that.
あとはスコンブとチーズタラとサキイカだけになってた。
Yeah, that's
な
enough
んで
to
そ
live
んな
off of.
酒のつまみ大量に持ってきてんだよ。
保存食的にはいいかと思って。でもさすがにこれだけじゃ持たないでしょ。
That's for sure.
まあ、どうせ霞の部屋もいずれは調べられてただろうからな。
そうね。仕方ないわね。すみませんでした。ありがとうございます、皆さん。
Where's Muko, by the
ま
way?
だだよな。
最初に帰ってきたの静か。やけに遅いわね。
俺と距離は変わらなかったはずだろ。遅いよな。
Ah, that's what you think. Maybe something happened to her. I'm hoping that's because she found something and is investigating it or something. But if so, she would have come back to ask for Heidi's help since she would know more.
異空間の壁はだいぶ不安定になってるわ。
Heidi says that as she looks at her
この感じだ
surroundings.
と牛尾の分の含めて仕掛けは全部壊れてると思うわよ。
But we were successful.
どうしたんだろう。
Yeah, so why would you run in here and try to hide here? And like, you're not going to be able to stay here that long. She's been spotted by an enemy. It just seems like Maya is a plant. She is planted by the enemy. Like, just to make us look bad and to help us get caught. Spotted by an enemy. Now she can't move and is trying to stay hidden. Either that or the plot is making her screw us over. Don't want to think about it, but she could have been captured too, damn it.
とりあえず獅子型には心配だけどよ。一旦ここから離れねえか。
そうね。じゃあ牛尾の担当していた方に移動しましょう。もしかしたら戻ってくる牛尾と
Yeah,
鉢合
sure.
わせするかもしれないしね。
It'll be great. Yeah, let's do that. Sure, nothing could go wrong with that. No, not at all.
なんだ。
Suddenly an earth-shaking roar sounds throughout the
崩
world.
壊が始まったの。あれ、みんな。
Points upwards as she shouts above the spiral staircase even higher than the magic circle.
なんだよ。
歯車。
They're just now noticing those. I noticed those a while ago. I mean, I noticed them probably the first time they showed the CG for the magic circle because, you know, it kind of pans up, you can see it. And then I pointed it out not too long ago. I the sky large gears are slowly but surely descending in tandem with the thundering sounds. Oh, hey, we're at the magic circle again that nobody seems to care about. I don't know. Am I wrong? Like, I've mentioned this multiple times, and they're just like, eh, whatever. They've even been there, and then they don't say anything about it. Like, it wasn't like some kind of central place that we should have, you know, done something about. I'm trying to move around. I notice my hands and feet are always restrained. Like, every time we're at this magic circle, they always just like, oh, you know, we're at this again, whatever, and then they leave. Like it's not a big deal. I move around. I notice my hands and feet are restrained. On top of that, I'm also lying on the ground. I mean, maybe the symbols on it like aren't too scary or something. Maybe Adelaide's kind of looked at it and be like, whatever. But I don't know. It just seems like such a central point that we would have wanted to like maybe stop it. If I remember correctly, I ran into Ulrich, saw him fainted afterwards. That's about all I can recall. That's where they're hypnotizing people. It sounds like. So it's like, we're not gonna stop this. We're gonna my surroundings. This place is familiar. Wow, that's crazy. It's the basis of the chapel, which I've already been imprisoned twice before. That's what I'm saying. Not a concern, though. Strange piece of machinery that wasn't here last time. It's a projector, so they can watch the new Oppenheimer movie with Barbie. It'll be a dual showing. Having noticed I've regained consciousness, the principal and Ulrich-san approached me.
いやー、久しぶりだね、獅子型にさん。相変わらず知恵が回るようだね、君は。
何のことでしょう。
これだよ、これ。
It folds a piece of paper that she's holding in her hand and shows it to me.
あれは異空間の地図？
The one with the locations of the support devices. She knew what we were up to because of that. Why does she have it?
あの異空間を壊してしまおうと思ったようだね。
何のことです？
Suppress the restlessness within my heart and feign ignorance. I shouldn't be giving them more information. Be better for me to keep quiet about our plans.
けなげだね。実にけなげだ。感動してしまうよ。
She laughed loudly for a while putting down the map and taking out a small box. Ah, shit.
覚えていたようだね。そうさ、コルース・アルバスさ。
Was Ushio not... They didn't use that on her before? Because that's really bad if they could start asking Ushio 3 questions. We're screwed. I mean, she just needs to ask, hey, do you guys have any, like, trump card? Or do you guys have anything that, like, can really, like, stop us, right? You know, just ask something along those lines. And then probably Michiru will get mentioned. And then if Michiru gets mentioned, that's bad. One of the myths that we previously retrieved and sealed. Anyone pricked by the feathers that fly out of the box is forced to answer the 3 questions posed to them by the user. I myself used it on Koga once.
さてさて、答えてもらうよ。
She opens the box without a moment's hesitation. Feather flutters in the air and pricks my head.
聞きたいことは、ドイツのお客人のいる場所でいいかな。
ああ、
では、獅子型にさん、教えてくれ。アーデルハイトさんとルイさんは。
Mainly bite my lip, but it's useless. Words flood out of my mouth. Heedless of my
アーデルハイ
intentions.
トさんは異空間に、ルイさんは村雲さんの部屋です。
ありがとう。だそうだよ。
村雲さんの部屋。
ああ、これで行くと早いよ。
Takes out the key of Yanis from her pocket and turns it in midair. The door immediately appears. I wanted to shout and tell them to run away, but that would have only served to put Ulrich's on his guard.
おや、
無人のようだな。
誰もいない。気づいて逃げてくれた。いえ、それにしては早すぎる。
Okay, so Maya actually saved them this time. I mean, but it wouldn't have been this bad if she didn't leak the information in the first place. Something must have happened to make them change their hiding spot. What an unfortunate stroke of good luck.
どこか移動したのかもしれないね。けれど、それを答えなかったということは
仕方ない。異空間とやらでアーデルハイトを探すか。
ご苦労だがそうしてくれたまえ。さ、どうぞ。
Close the door to Murakuma-san's room and use the key again to open a new one to the other world.
では、鍵は預けておくよ。ああ、そうだ。ついでにこれも持っていくといい。
She also hands him Corvus
君の
Albus.
魔力なら2、3回は使えるだろう。
Uh-oh, that's not good.
これを使えば他の連中からアーデルハイトたちの居場所を聞き出せるんだな。
その通り。ただし気をつけてくれたまえ。あの異空間はあと1時間くらいでなくなってしまうからね。
1時間か。
そうだ。それにそこの彼女を他の場所へ運びたいから15分ほどしたら一度ここへ戻ってきてほしい。
承知した。
He now also walks to the door.
1時間ほどでなくなる？どういう意味だろう？私たちが支えを壊したと知っている？
Yeah, because they weren't using that. Bad feeling about this. I begin to worry, cold sweat forming on my forehead and the back of my neck.
獅子型にさん、顔色が悪いよ。
Gives an almost innocent smirk.
狙いどころは良かったが。 少し気づくのが遅かったようだね。あの異空間の支えを壊してくれたのはむしろ今となっては好都合だったよ。
Beneficial, that bothers me, but it could very well be a
何
trap.
のお話かわかりませんが。
必死だな。もう勝敗は決まっているというのに。
She bursts into laughter as she looks down at me and pompously spreads out her
もう
arms.
すぐ巨体を浮かせるだけの魔力が供給されずに歯車が降りてくるよ。
歯車
So what does the gears necessarily mean?
それに投影をセットして再び空へと浮かび上がらせる。そうすれば新しい魔法陣が起動するんだ。
Ooh, it's the new magic circle. It's new and improved. It's 20% faster. Principal walks towards the circular machine as she says that and takes out a disc-shaped object.
ほらこれだよ。
I wasn't ready for Ushio's face. Just like... Look at this! So my projector, she's referring to that contraption. The disc she removed has tightly packed letters with patterns drawn on it. Oh, so she just has a disc, like a little, like, plate that has the new magic circle on it. They're gonna project it. Interesting. Okay.
魔法陣
Magic circle is engraved directly onto that disc, which means the machine is gonna project that magic circle somewhere.
これが何かわかるかな。頭のいい君のことだからすぐに理解できるさ。これは君たちが壊してくれた魔法陣とベースは同じものさ。特殊加工されたラズリットブロッドストーンを使用し、夜の生徒を半永久的に西寮の生徒の体に定着させる式が組み込まれているのだよ。ここまでは今まで通りだが、今回はきちんと前の反省を踏まえて改善させてもらったよ。
They made improvements.
この部分を見てくれたまえ。君も少しは知識があるからわかるだろう。
On the disc thrust before my eyes, the text written on the part she's pointing at is for...
魔力の吸収
I'm sorry, that face is so dopey.
そのと
Looks so out of it.
さすがは獅子型にさんだ。君たちが支えを壊してくれたおかげで、つまり魔力が流れやすい状態になっているわけだ。魔法陣の起動とともに異空間自体の魔力を瞬時に全て魔法陣に流し込み吸収させ、魔術が即発動する仕組みになっているのだよ。完璧だろ。
Okay, I see your
全
plan.
てを吸収
Can't even imagine how much mana that would amount to. They're planning on absorbing the realm at the very start anyways, even if we didn't destroy the
ってどころじ
supports.
ゃない。完全に空振りだった。
Yeah, that sounds like everything we usually do. Throw out my hands into fists out of frustration. Paying no heed to me, the principal continues to talk in high
さらに
spirits.
さらにこちらを見てくれたまえ。魔法陣の中のこの部分の暗示の記述により、魔術の発動とともにこの学園内の人間は夜の生徒の真実と西寮の生徒たちの存在を忘れてしまう。つまり最初から西寮の生徒は夜の生徒だったと思ってしまうというわけだ。
それだけの知識があるのなら、どうして
Can't hold myself back anymore and
ど
shout
う
at
して
her.
他の方法を探そうとしないのですか。どうしてこんな手段を。
おやおや、急にどうしたのだね。他に方法はないと前にも言わなかったかな。
20年前の火事のこと調べました。
火事 ?20 年前の。
ええ、あなた方が蘇らせようとしているのはあの火事で行方不明になった生徒。
The moment she stares at me blankly, but
調べた。火事を調べたのかい。
she laughs wholeheartedly.
それを知ればどうにかなるとでも思ったのかな。どうにもできなかったから私たちはこの方法を考え出したのだよ。
I mean, you didn't know of any alternative.
最悪のマギエは存在しない。何度か魔術で探したが見つからなかった。 死んだマギエの魂は生まれ変わるが、その生まれ変わった人間がマギエとしての能力を目覚めさせるかどうかはまた別の話なのだよ。
Oh. Interesting. Okay. So that to me confirms that Michiru is Lazarus reborn. If you think about it, she died 20 years ago. Michiru is around that age. Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, she's a little bit younger than 20, but it would have made sense, you know, maybe a few years would have passed and then she would have been reborn. Because I was wondering, because Lazarus has like the same kind of silver hair and stuff. And they just remind me a lot of each other. I think Lazarus' eyes were different. Michiru's are kind of like grayish, kind of like her hair. But yeah, I think that's what's going on here.
私たちは何度も何度も探したさ。無数の案内状を送り、帰ってくる鳥の数に一喜一憂した。
Between excited and disappointed the number of birds that come back. So wait, if they would have got Michiru in the first place, and then she woke her power, maybe could we have like not done all of this? Like, was that actually a bad thing? She's referring to the ones that appear with the guidebook for prospective students is open. Heard from Goku-kun that have a Michiru-san. That was meant to search for the Magi of
鳥
Calamity.
だけじゃない。何度も何度も魔術探知をして最悪のマギへの生まれ変わりを探したさ。20年前の生徒たちの魂を救えるマギエをね。しかし救い主はついに現れなかった。
Really?
結果我々はこの結論にたどり着いたのだよ。すなわち
Well, this is messed up. What a plot twist, though. Like, they've been trying to search for her. They wanted to do that first, but then they ended up concluding that there wasn't one. So now they're doing this. That's ironic.
夜の生徒たちを救うか西寮の生徒を救うかどちらかを選ばなければならない。
You guys are homunculus, so you had to follow your orders, and your orders were to bring them back, so or to save them, is what it was, and that you concluded you should bring them back.
そして私たちは夜の生徒を選び、君たちは彼らを見捨てた。そういうことだよ。
Oh, it's so good. So funny. The gears continue to descend with a thunderous roar as we watch with blank amazement.
なんかやばいんじゃないの？どうするの？
Wait, ain't that bad? Heidi, do you know what this is? What's going on?
おそらくだけど
Just a hunch. Just while I was staring at the
異空
gears.
間の支えがなくなったことで魔力が足りなくなって浮いていられなくなったのではないかしら。
I like how we're taking L's like left and right. Like, we go to destroy this world. Surprise! That's what we needed to do all along, so you just furthered our plans. Oh yeah, Maya just so conveniently leaked your plans too. So now we know, and we captured Ushio. And then, by the way, we were looking for Michiru. Michiru should have came to the school, possibly could have helped her awaken her powers. We could have avoided all of this. We could have avoided the whole scenario of trying to, you know, take over people's bodies. Yeah. That's just too funny. That's one of the side effects of this place collapsing. Think back to our conversation with Muko when we were discussing the magic circle at length. Why the magic circle was stopped and the reason behind them moving the door away from the magic circle was administration waiting for something. Waiting, but for what? It was obvious from the start they were waiting for the moment when they could revive the night students, which means they were waiting for this.
この状況がそもそも学園側の狙いだったということ？
どういう意味だよ。
Could it be that they moved the door to the middle of nowhere because they knew this place was going to
扉
collapse?
の移動は時間稼ぎじゃない。退避だったのよ。歯車が降りてくるのに物理的に邪魔になるからどけたんだわ。
Crazy.
この異空間は最初から壊すつもりだったのよ。
Well, I'm glad they're figuring this out.
最初から異空間ごと壊すという手段に対して何も対策していなかったのもそのせいよ。
じゃあどうするんだよ。支えは壊しちまったし、敵の思うツボってことだろ。
I mean, I don't blame Shizuka for figuring that out. He's pretty smart. What should be our course of action? If Muko were here, she would have instantly come up with a suggestion. Those gears, if they're waiting for those gears to come down, ignoring them would be the most dangerous option. Checking that the offensive perfume is still in my pocket and look up at those gears. Get a bad feeling about this. Let's head for the top of the spiral staircase where the gears are probably going to land. Maybe Muko is safe and is making her way there too. That's some optimism.
そうね。近づいてみないと、あれが何なのかもわからないし。
行くか。
Alright, let's do it.
うわ、私も行く。
Hey, Kurodani.
なんでだよ。
なんか手伝えるかもしれないでしょ。頭数は多い方がいいじゃないですか。危険よ。何が起こるかわからないなら、ヤヌスの鍵っていうの貸してよ。邪魔しないし、危なくなったらすぐ逃げるから。
Then that means Michiru and Louis will be.
僕、ルイさんは
Michiru?
一人でも大丈夫。少しくらいなら。
I mean, yeah, you're the strongest one here, so you just don't know it yet. There's all this surprisingly strong. What brought this about?
本当かよ。無理してねえか。
I think it'll be pretty ironic if Michiru ends up saving the day after, you know, that being their original goal to find Michiru. He ends up saving it anyways, but just a lot more complicated in between.
してない。
Let's be alright. It'd be better to have Heidi or Murakumo keep the key. Kurodani's never used it before, so she might not be able to in an emergency. As for Michiru, she's made up her mind, and nothing I say will change it now. I wouldn't trust Kurodani with anything after that. She literally leaked our plans. She dropped him. Like, she's gonna drop the key, too.
でも、一応どこか、もうちょっと目立たないところに運んでもらえると。
Are they gonna put him in that tree that we like hid in when we were with Furia? Sure, Heidi.
みちる、ルイのことお願いするわ。
Or Louis. Luke's just getting dragged around. He doesn't even know what's going on. Hopefully he'll be
いざ
okay.
となったらあなた一人で逃げて。たとえ相手側に捕まったとしても、アーリックがいる限り、
Yeah.
ルイが危害を加えられることは多分ないはずよ。
We're probably gonna need his power to, like, you know, solve everything.
わ
But
かった。
for now, he's just chilling.
意外だな、お嬢様。ルイの方が優先じゃなかったのかよ。
本来はね。でも、もし私とルイが逆の立場だったら。
そうか。
Heidi's made up her mind as well, so it should be fine to leave it to Michiru then. I'll carry him.
どこか隠せるところあるか。
Let's see. Carry Lou went back over to the hole in the tree where Furia and I spent the night when we wandered here. How did I know? I just did. They wouldn't be able to spot you at a glance here. Just don't take off your shirt,
ち
okay?
ょうど良さそうね。
なあ、異空間はゆっくり消滅しかけているんだろ。この場所に2人を置いといて時間切れになったらやばく。
空間とともに消滅するとか、そういうことはないわよ。
Okay, I was
外に
wondering
弾
about
き出さ
that.
れるだけ。
Okay, good. I'm glad to hear that. Because I was wondering, like, isn't this going to be really bad if we stay here?
ああ、なら大丈夫か。
Michiru, stay here and don't wander around, got it?
お兄ちゃんたちも。
Climbs into the hole in the tree. Let's get going now.
おう、歯車確かめに行こうぜ。
私たちの攻撃手段は限られてるわ。
Kurodani tightly grips the key of Yana she is given. Yeah, don't drop that, okay? After Ulrich's-san left, I remained restrained in the room underneath the chapel, unable to do anything.
あの円盤、細かい部分は分からなかったけれど、吸収を示す印だけは。
I can insert even a tiny scratch in between the symbol and the one for activation. I can prevent the magic circle from instantly
だけど
activating.
さすがに投影機から目を離してはくれない。きっと油断している今がチャンスなのに。
I mean, to be fair, Fuhito is pretty weak, but Ushio, you're not really exactly strong either. But even if I did have that chance, I can't do anything with these handcuffs on me. Is there anything else? I mean, this isn't the first time you've been handcuffed. You don't know how to get out of them by now. Could I maybe let Koga-kun and the others know about this somehow? In the end, I'm unable to do anything and Ulrich-san returns.
やーやー、おかえり。空振りかな。
ああ、かなり広いせいでな。アーデルハイトはおろか、 人っ子一人会わなかった。
よかった。
I think those words fill me with relief. Everyone should still be safe, though I'm wondering where they're
この鍵を
hiding.
無効化する香水の効力が切れるまで待つしかないな。
Yeah. Sangi returns the key of Yanis to the principal.
学園長、合流時間です。おお、ちょうどよかった。獅子型にさんを運んでくれたまえよ。
わかった。
He lifts me up without much effort.
暴れないでくれよ。手荒な真似をしないといけなくなる。
From the sound of it, I wouldn't get away with just 1 or 2 broken bones, so I resigned myself and stayed still. I mean, you wouldn't be able to escape him anyways.
獅子型にさん、この鍵で宝物庫の前へと。
Place the key of Yanis in my hand.
なぜ私に？
To use your mana instead. I assume the perception blocking perfume is worn off. What would they do if I opened a door to Koga-kun? Now I can't with Ulrich's son and Shogun
ア
said.
リックさんと聖護院先輩。
I didn't realize she
そ
was
れに
saying
鍵
it.
で突然現れたのでは、古賀君たちの方にとっても不意打ちも同然。
Yeah, that would be dumb. Even though I don't know where they currently are, I can't be putting them in danger like that.
さあさあ、急いでくれたまえよ。ハリハリ。
Well, I hesitate since I can't tell what her true intentions are. She suddenly returns to her usual self and tilts her head.
やりたくなければ他の方法にするだけだからどちらでもいいんだけどね。
What would that other way be? I have absolutely no idea considering I don't even know why she asked me to do it in the first place. Treasury, right? After much thought, I decided to do as she says. Having to use a mist I'm familiar with is probably better than seeing what else she comes up with. True. Takes the key back immediately after I use it and opens the door. Probably connected to the front of the treasury. Goes without saying that there's nobody else here, so it's dead silent.
じゃあちょっと試してみよう。獅子型にさんを聖護院さんに渡してくれたま
I don't know, can Shogun carry her? She's pretty small. Barks out an order as she enters the treasury.
え。よいしょ。
Taking me from Ulrich's son Shogun Senpai walks unsteadily towards the treasury. She's shaken quite a bit, guys. She's about to freaking just slam me down on the ground. About to do some WWE moves. I'm gonna be blown back. I instinctively close my eyes, expecting an impact. Feel a tingle resembling a static shock as I'm safely carried inside.
驚いたようだね、獅子型にさん。
Principal, who is already inside, happily observes my wide-eyed
この
face.
結界はね、内在している魔力に反応してるんだ。だから魔力を完全に使い切った直後なら実は人間でも通ることができるんだってさ。
That's cool to know. Okay, that explains why Mitsuyoshi was able to get in here.
リトに聞いたから間違いないよ。一時期彼女を預かっていたからね。
So is it true that Mitsuyoshi was a little bit part homunculus? Like he got repaired? Or was that like just totally false? Like that was totally like misleading. Ah, interesting.
古賀君は以前どうして宝物庫に入れたんだい？
Because yeah, it wouldn't make sense if he was homunculus. He's huge.
あの結界は人間の内在している魔力に反応しているから魔力がほぼゼロになる一瞬ならほほうつまり魔力を使い切れば誰でも通ることは可能なのか。
That seems like a big security flaw, I'm not gonna lie.
そうね、誰でも通れるわ。
だからヤヌスの鍵を私に。
I'm able to use it once, but that essentially depletes all my mana since I'm less than the average person. Using an amount much greater than what you have will cause you to faint, much like what happens when someone accidentally activates a mist by simply depleting it. It is safe. That's exactly what happened when I used it.
その通りだよ。もう断られたら他のミストを使って魔力を吸い取るだけの話だったのだがね。
That was the other method she was referring to. Resisting would have been
そ
pointless
し
then.
て人間の魔力はゆっくりと微量ずつだが回復する。
I see what her intentions are.
そろそろいいかな。聖護院さん試してみようか。
Am I understanding correctly? So she's saying she can't leave. Is that what I'm hearing? Still carrying me, Shogun Senpai now tries to exit the treasury. So it's essentially a prison for us now. This time the entrance responds and then forced back, causing Shogumi Senpai to lose her balance and fall on her behind. Fall on her
これで
behind.
君は少なくともミストが復活するまで決して外には出られないよ
This is why she stole my man in order to trap me here.
ここなら
They're currently all sealed.
言ってて
Bummer. What?
大
What?
丈夫ですか
Don't act like you're nice. I'm trying my best to figure out what to do in this situation. Shogumi Senpai is treating me like she would any regular student.
学園長当分外に出られないですし手錠外してあげてもいいですかそうだねまあいいだろうありがとうございますよかったですねあらら跡がついちゃってる
She's acting as if this is completely normal and is throwing me off. Because they're homunculuses. They don't see anything wrong with this. It's just a means to an end.
本当は優しい人なのに
Because of some twisted promise, she's being used for such an inhumane plan.
さあこれで大丈夫ですよ終わったかいでは戻るとしよう
She walks towards the exit and speaks to me over her
で
shoulder.
はしばらくそこで大いなる魔術がなるのを見守っていてくれたまえではでは
The two of them leave and I'm left here in the treasury by myself. I'm surrounded by numerous myths wrapped in talismans. It'll be another 2 days before I'm able to use any of these.
互角
I know, you're not gonna be able to eat. That would kill me. I know that's bad. That's the first thing I would think of. I'm like, dang, I'm gonna have to go to the bathroom and I'm not gonna be able to eat anything. No, this is pointless, so I try heading for the exit. All that happens is the berry ruthlessly rejecting me as I expected. You just have to well up all your mana inside you. Just like let it burn, and then you know you'll be able to walk through, right? It'll get rid of it.
悪くなんてほとんどないのに
This is the problem that you know you don't use like magic just by yourself. You have to use like a magical tool. Makes me wonder like how they make it. You know how they make the magical tools. They've recovered some, but it's not enough to use the key of Yanis again. Even after the seals were off, I'm still limited in which mists I can use.
でも
Lazarus bloodstones from the support I destroyed. I hurriedly check my pocket and find that it's still
ここ
there.
には学園長たちも気づいてなかったみたい
Well, that's convenient. It's just a pebble, but it's more than enough to use a mist. None of these mists can be used right now.
どこかにもう封印が切れかけてるミストはないの早めに封じられて使えるものは
Try searching, but unluckily for me, none of them are like
待
that.
つしかないのミストが使えるようになるまで
Yeah, I know, that's a bummer. By then it'll be too late. Left in this hopeless situation, I have no choice but to bite my lip in admit defeat. Yeah, it's not good. Doesn't seem like there's anyone up there. We slowly proceed up the spiral staircase. I'm in front, followed by Heidi, Kurzani, and Murakumo.
下からも誰も来てねえぜ
まだ学園長たちもここには来ていないのかしらね
Oh, I'm sure we'll find somebody up there. I'm assaulted by a feeling I don't quite understand, like I'm constantly anxious despite being relaxed. Anxiety is due to Muko not being here. It's definitely strange that she hasn't come back yet. There's a fairly good chance she's been captured, so I can't help but worry. However, for some reason it's not so perturbed as to lose my composure and act hastily. Really, what's going on? Unable to come up with any answers by myself, I posed the question to the other three. Hey, what do you guys think happened to Muko?
どうしたって
やっぱ何かあったんじゃねえの最悪の事態じゃなきゃいいけど
Captured, huh?
黙って戻ってこないというのは牛尾らしくないわそれなら戻れない状況にあると考えた方がいいでしょうね
Yeah, the perception blocking perfume should still be in effect, which means that we can't use a key of Yanis to find her either.
お前意外と冷静だな
I mean, I thought that was ending tonight, or is it ending tomorrow night? Like, I feel like it was ending pretty soon, in the same boat that I'm in. We haven't seen Sumi-chan or Sabaki-chan since they were pulled
同
away.
じってかま似たようなもんだけどよ
Wonder if those two are in the same place as Muko, namely the enemy's hands. As I'm pondering that, we reached the top of the spiral staircase. The gears have descended a good amount and are quite close now.
近くで見るとやっぱでけえな
Kurzani, you wait here on the stairs. If anything happens, go back to where Michiru is and grab her and
わ
run.
かった
She gives a confident nod and stops following us. Murakumo, Heidi, and I step on the platform at the top. Well, you guys, I'm actually going to end it here because it's been almost 2 hours. I'm hungry. I want to eat something. And I think this is a good place to stop because I'm assuming we're about to have some things happen here. So Ushio's been captured. We need to figure out what's going on with these gears. They're going to like project it. They're gonna project this magic circle on this or something. I think it's gonna raise these back in the sky, and that's gonna how they're gonna do their whole plan. I think this is a good place to stop. So we'll kind of go from here. I'm assuming Ulrich's gonna meet us here and try to stop us. So I think there's gonna be something big going on, and I want to make sure that I have time to really dedicate to that. Because I'm not gonna be able to concentrate being so hungry. Anyways, we're gonna stop here though. I think next episode should be pretty good. I'm imagining we only have a few more episodes left, so we should be pretty close to the end. So that's exciting. Really looking forward to seeing how they kind of wrap things up. But anyways, I am gonna end it here, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Have a good one.